Okay, so finishing up what we were working on in the last video, I'm just going to grab one of these entrances. So we have some more cleanup tasks to do on here. Okay, so I'm just going to de-instance this thing. This player lot thing, it says empty object reference. Pretty sure that just needs to be a reference to this folder, so we're just going to drag that one in there. And then the object loader thing, this thing here, we're going to move that around a bit so that it's, because I'm going to delete this art template. You won't be able to see this until the lot loads anymore, so we're just going to move this so that we can use it as a grabber to get a hold of this lot. So I'm just going to resize it and position it so that it's good for that function. I'll make it a color that hurts my brain less. Just do something like that. The direction this spawn point thing points matters. If you have it on local here, and then you click the translation tool, you'll see the arrow. The red arrow is the way that your player is going to face when they land at this spot. So let's just make sure this is still, yeah, that's zeroed out. So what you want to change isn't the target, it's this thing, the root. So we're just going to rotate that until, oh, maybe it was right. It has to be on local, so. So it should look something like that, like it should be pointed away. Yeah, okay. So that should be fine for that. What else needs to be done here? So if we do later, like if we plan to let people decorate this little piece of ground here, then it's going to need a script in it that allows that. So I can go get that script. I think we can find a copy of it in here. Perfect, right? I'll just ship it like this. So this dirt is decoratable, so that's what I want. I just want a copy of a placeable area. I actually have two here. I have a dirt and a grass. We'll just copy one, it doesn't matter which. And then we can delete this thing because we don't actually need it. And we'll just paste that thing we just grabbed. So remember we made this template here that's got the art that we're going to remove, but that's where we want this placeable area to be. So I'll de-instance that one, and I'm going to just paste a copy of this in here. We're going to, it's called dirt right now. It's probably not a great name for it now, like for the area type. So we'll probably want something more like pavement. So again, this is a value that we should, or a piece of information that we should save. So we'll write down that we have an area type and that it's pavement. I'll save that in the document so that later when it becomes relevant we have access to it. It's clearly not a farmable area now, so this is just going to be a placeable area. Then we want to, it's zeroed out already. So we're going to delete the art that's inside it because this isn't what we want our placeable area to look like now. And what we wanted is this little floor that we made. That's what our placeable area would be. The object in this folder that's the placeable area, it has to have collision enabled, and it has to be in a object that's spawned into the static context. So this this particular template we'll put it in the static, or we already have, I think, put it in the static static asset slot. So there you go. So that's required for a placeable area. And then another one in here that we might want to deal with right now is the door. So in the farming project, the door is part of an upgrade loader. Like, you can't access the door until you've bought the upgrade, but at least initially in this project, you'll be able to go straight into your house without buying anything. So we need to go and get one of those teleporters. So just for the sake of being used to working with it, I'm just going to grab the one out of there. So I'm just going to type starter house front. So this template here, you can see has a teleporter inside it right here, and it also has a call out sparkle, but we don't need that. Well, all we really need is this portal, which has a client context with a trigger inside, and on the outside it has some custom properties. So that's what we need, this thing right here. So I'm just gonna copy that, and then we can delete this. For the portals, I'm gonna load that up with this house entrance as well. So we clearly want to zero this as well. We'll reposition and resize it. Just make sure everything is zeroed out. Okay, so we'll just adjust this trigger until it's approximately where we would like you to have to touch in order to go through the door. The collider on the player in core is very generous, so it's okay if your door doesn't cover every, like if the trigger doesn't cover every inch of the door, it'll still work fine, because the player's collider capsule thing is pretty giant. Okay, so we have that, but now we need to take a look at its custom properties. So here it says backyard, so that means that's where it was pointed, right? So in this case, what we're doing is thinking about what are we going to name the lot type of the house interior. So let's open up our little memory bank here, and we're going to have a new lot type. This is the one we're going to use in that backyard. And so this one's the house entrance. Our next lot is going to be the house interior. And inside that, I'm going to need a key in case I eventually have multiple ways into the house, so which I do plan to. So the spawn point key for this one, I'm just going to call it front door. And we'll save that so that we have it when we're ready for it. Other than that, this should be okay. Shouldn't need to do anything else. There's one more piece that we might want to add to our lot that I don't have here. There we go. So there's this thing here. This is a player lot name tag for your door. And we can add one of those too if we want. So I'll just, you don't have to get it from here. Again, we have them here on display. So if you know what to type, I can just never remember, but I know where we owned one. So if you type that in, you'll get this template thing. And I would also probably put that one into this same house entrance loader. that's going to load up, and probably just make it part of that. You don't have to. You could just make it part of the lot and not put it in a loader, but it's fine. Okay. So we have this owner display. Obviously, we will change the look of this, but for now, it's fine. We'll just do this. Okay, so I just did a quick and dirty job on that. I'll change it to look quite different later, probably. I'm going to abandon the template for this just so that I don't accidentally overwrite the default one that comes with the framework. Lots of this stuff works fine if you keep it as a template, or if you de-instance it, it doesn't matter. It's just personal preference. Okay, so I've added all those things into this house entrance loader now. You can see that it's got the trigger for the teleporter. It has this nameplate now. In theory, you can decorate on the ground if we had something that was set to look for pavement. Hopefully that's everything for that lot. So we're gonna update the art template, which is that area one, and then we're gonna delete it because remember it's coming in through the object loader. And then we're going to update this template. And that should now have updated all of them. There we go. Beautiful. Everything is now got those little ghost items. And that this orange thing is just so I can grab it and get a hold of the lot to work on it. It's just a convenience thing. You can delete them if you want. You don't need to have them unless they're helpful to you. Okay, I will finish this video here, and then the next one we will rip apart will be the house interior, what was the backyard on the farm. We probably don't need to call this player farms anymore either. We'll just say houses. Or file, save, and I will be back with another video shortly.